As Rick, I'm back with another video. Today I'm featuring the pink and green stamp set, and we're going to be making a super cute little card and doing some OLO marker coloring, so let's jump into it right now. I've already stamped out my little girl onto some marker-friendly cardstock using a alcohol marker-friendly ink. We're going to be using some alcohol markers today to color her up and doing some simple little coloring. So I'm going to start off with her dress. And I'm going to use RV 1.5. I'm just going to add this into where I want my shadows to be on her little dress. So we're going to pick a side and we will add this color in first. So I'm going to add some right over there and maybe right through there. And then we have this tier we will add a little bit too. I'm going to add a little bit more because this one's going to be a little bit different than in color than the other one. We'll do her shoes in a minute. I'm going to switch over to RV 1.3 and I'm going to blend that out. Our RV 1.5. We'll blend that out. Just flicking in our color, going right over where we previously colored to blend that together. We'll go ahead and blend that one, this ruffle. And then for this one down here, we're going to leave, this is going to be just a little bit lighter than our other tier. So I'm going to add some color to it. And then I'm going to switch over to RV 1.1. And we will blend this out, our RV 1.3. So just blend that together. If you're not getting a super good blend, you can always take a block, scribble off some color, and pick it up and put that in to blend that a little bit easier. You can also come back and give it a second coat as well. And that will help it blend just a little bit better. So we'll go ahead and just do that tip to tip method right here. And blend that. Now let's do her shoes. Well, we were going to do her shoes in our light color. So we will add that in and try to blend that out. So we will add another layer in just a second. So I'll go ahead and color in her little heart on her little crown. I'm going to top these markers. And I'm going to come back and give myself another layer of that lightest color. We'll blend that in. Let's go ahead and color her little skin. So we're going to add our shadow first. Right around our little hairline. And yes, I do see those sleeves are not blended together. So we'll come back and do that. We'll use our lightest color now to just blend that together. To blend out our little girl's skin. I'll add some little shadow onto her legs. Blend that out. Come back and get our shadow color for our rest of our little dress over here. And I'm going to go ahead and do her crown, this light pink as well. So that we have a little subtle difference, as well as our little star. And I'm going to add just a little bit of a second layer in there to make that just slightly a little bit darker. Then we'll do her hair. So I'm going to start with my darkest color and flick that up. I want that to be darker. Have it a little darker right there under that crown. That piece, I'm just going to color that entire color. That right here. This side on for here. I'll switch over to my lighter color, which is YO 2.2. Sorry about that. If you're following along. I do have all the supplies listed in the video description below in case you want to pick anything up. I'll come back and add in another layer of our lightest pink here. Now I'm going to fussy cut her out and I will be right back. All right, my friends, I've got our little girl cut out. We've got our other parts and pieces to our card. I will pull that in. I've got a top folding A2 card base. I have some pink and green pattern paper that we're going to use. And I just cut that at 4 by 5 1/4 and cut it in half. I've got 2 circles that we're going to use and our matte layer. So we're going to go ahead and do our pattern paper onto our matte layer first. So I will take my larger piece and I'm going to add that on to my card. And I just cut it 1/8 of an inch difference on all 4 sides. So it's a 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. And we will add our next layer. I'm just going to butt that right together. I do have a little strip of black cardstock we're going to add over our seam so that looks nice and smooth. So I'll just add that. I will actually have to trim this off, I believe. Yep, that on there. This is going to go on here. Our sentiment's going to go on this as well as our little character. So I'm going to go ahead and stamp my sentiment first. I'm going to move that to the side. We're going to pop our circle in. I'm going to place our little girl where I want her to be. And I'm going to take a sentiment from our stamp set. And we're going to place it on our circle. And then I'm going to stamp that down. Go ahead and stamp that a second time. All right, there's our sentiment stamped out. We've got our card base, which is just a top folding A2 card. We will add this to our card front. So we will add that on. I'm going to go ahead and layer up my circles. So we'll add that. And then I will add this on as well. I'm going to pop my little girl up. It's going to go right there. So I'm going to pop her up on some foam tape. All right, I'm going to peel the backings off of our little girl of the foam tape. I'm going to add a little bit of liquid glue behind on our foam tape. And then we will add her to our card. We're going to nestle it nestled right in that sentiment. There. I will add some gel pen highlights to our circle. This is going to be like her little bubble. We'll add some to our little girl. Add some to her little hair. Her little dress and her little shoes. I'm going to add some shimmer to the little heart, as well as her little wand. A little bit to her little shoes. And I will attach my little piece of pattern paper to the inside of my card. Sure to hold the card front up where we don't smush our glitter on. All right, my friends, here is a finished look at our card that we just made together today. Again, I have all the supplies linked and listed in the video description below if you need to pick anything up. If you enjoyed this video, you're probably going to like the one coming up right over there. I'll see you in that video. Bye, guys. Stay crafty. Love you.